Yeah, Conor did it OTT, but Andrew, look, on that, for someone in the fight game who does that, who takes these drugs, lifetime ban is not that much to ask, is
it? You got to always remember, what is the purpose? What's the end game of a ban, a punishment? People love to throw dramatic lines out without really thinking, well, what actually are we trying to do? So if you're going to bring down a punishment on somebody for doping, you believe you've caught them, you've shown the proof. What are you trying to do next? Are you trying to rehabilitate them? Are you trying to clean up the image of the sport? Are you trying to actually clean up the sport? Will banning somebody for their entire career completely destroy their sporting career, whether it's justified or not? Is that actually the most productive way forward? Personally, I don't think it is. However awful, I mean, of course, doping is just ridiculous. You're doing too much damage to yourself as to other people, but it does involve other people, because other people will think, well, okay, how do you get caught? Maybe I can find a clever way to get around it. A lot of people have done it and got away with it. Maybe I can too. It does affect others too. But I think the more productive way forward, I'll take it out of the Rich Poxon book of remedial behaviour. Put them in a room with young boxers, up and coming boxers. I mean, how many times have we said the lack of preparation, the lack of education for young sports people coming through? They're just thrust into the world of sport without real preparation how to behave. They're not grown up yet, they're not adult yet, and you can't blame them for that, but you've got to help them. If you're going to put them in an adult world, you've got to prepare them to be an adult. Put a Ryan Garcia in a room with, you know, the most promising I don't know, a European Championships competition, whatever it might be, and say, listen, this is what I did. Even if he still believes there's some element of innocence about it, like he admits that there was a substance in the system, but he wasn't aware, or claims he wasn't aware. And even if he does that, I don't think that's a bad message, because so many people, young sports stars, will convince themselves that they don't have any idea. They'll heard a story about this coach and they sign up with him because he gets good results, but perhaps that coach has a history of, you know, supplying certain substances.
Yeah.
Gets in a room with these young boxers and say, look, this is what I did. This is exactly how it happened. This is how I saw the situation at the time. And look at what's happened now. I would suggest that certainly a lengthy ban, of course. But if he could genuinely be shown to get on board with re-educating younger sports stars, in the long run, that is going to do more to clean up a sport than get rid of one person at a time. It's a bit like saying the war on drugs. Find one drug dealer in Colombia, lock him away for life. Well, that's not going to stop it. Someone else is going to do it because they still think they can get away with it, or they think they're smarter than that person. That's not the way to do it. The only way is get thorough messaging. If you're a young sports star, who are you more likely to listen to? Somebody who has actually been in the ring. You've seen them in the ring, or a stuffy suit from some office, God knows where. That I think is the way forward.